Hey, I'm Lynx and I'm a Mortal 3 Initiator player, and today I'm going to show you some of the fade lineups I have on Bind and general tips as well. Generally there's not too many lineups on Bind when playing fade, so you just kind of make them up as you go along, though there is quite a few anyway, and I'm going to show you that. We're going to start on attack, then move to defense, and I'm going to start on A anyway. So for the first lineup, you're going to want to come, you're going to be by the barrier anyway, by here, by short. You're just going to come up to this box here, you're going to jump on top of it and aim it like where these two leaves connect, this like lighter one and the darker one. You just chuck it like so, and that's going to land up here. It's going to scan anyone down here while your team are entering through a short. Another one, if you're on this side of short and you want to do an early lineup, you can jump on top of this box. You aim underneath this like metal thing, and then you do like a run through like this, and that's going to land directly on top as well. Really nice, like really deep scan. It won't hit behind here, but it hits like quite a lot of sight anyway. And then another one I normally do is less specific like that, but like you take this space first, maybe with a prowler or just with your team, like so. You just kind of come up to here and you chuck it here, and then you're obviously gonna have to click the E key to make it go down again, but this scans for backside as well. That's also a tip of fade as well if you don't know. Like when you chuck your eye like so, it can go to that distance, but if you want to cut it shorter, you just click E again and it drops. Anyway, on to the next lineup, we're going to go outside of bath. So fade is really good for taking space, and what I like to do a lot of my attack rounds is take bath really well. So I'll just chuck an eye down like that. If no one gets scanned, then you know no one's in bath and you can just take it. If they break the eye, then you can just follow up with a prowler after with your team and just push them off. You get the orb for free. Then if you're in here and let's say you haven't used eye, then you can come against this back wall here, look through the window and up by these leaves, and you just do another run through, and that's going to land directly up here and just ping anyone, like close sight, even a bit of back. So that's a really nice lineup as well. And that's what I have for attack A. Generally though, I play fade a lot on this map now because Skye got the nerf where she can't refresh util so much. So fade's really good for re-clearing and taking space. So on attack, you'll take a bunch of space, you'll use your util, get a bunch of info, then on defense you'll be able to re-clear space or just get early info a lot. Especially when you're playing like solo ranked, which I do a lot. And when I solo queue, I tend to use my fade eyes early when I play defense to really get deep info. Anyways, moving on to B, what you're going to want to do, you're going to wedge yourself in this barrier corner here, and you're going to aim at the second little like I don't even know what this is, like the second little satellite dish here, and you're going to run and hold A and W at the same time like this, and you're going to do a jump through, and that lands directly through the hole down here and into here. And I like to use this eye generally when we're playing more of a default. I don't want to use my prowler straight away, or maybe I'm suspecting they'll go for like an early peek, maybe they're playing ratty with like shorties or something like that, and I'll just use this eye to clear it generally. You can use this eye here and you can go back up to long and you can prowl along. Generally, I wouldn't say there's a super good eye for taking long. I mean, if you want, you can always chuck the eye up here like so, and that kind of gets a nice scan, but it's not a very deep one, as you can see. Like it can ping whoever's here and like clear this angle, but it's not going to clear anything back here. So what I like to do, I kind of tell my teammates like, just follow my prowler up, and I'll just prowler from here, clear left like so, then I'll just kind of curve it round right. Generally, you're kind of going to have to use two prowlers, and that's kind of the problem with fade. Like if you had a Skydog would clear all of this and probably even make it up to like here on site. As with fade, like fade's better for like prowlering hookers, it's much smaller, and the fade prowlers are very like short. So you just have to keep that in mind when taking B long. Like your prowlers are short and you kind of have to be like wary of where people can be. But I'd say like 9 times out of 10 it doesn't really affect me much, and especially if you're playing 2 initiators anyway, it's not going to be impactful because you can just tell the other one to go long and you can go hooker. A lineup I like for taking sight from long is you just kind of aim around here, like, because you just want to kind of get the eye up on this ledge here. So there's not a specific lineup, but you just kind of look up here, do a run through like so, and that will just land up here, and then it will just ping anyone backside. I don't have it specific because I generally just do it on the go. Anyways, if you want a more specific lineup for taking B and one that will clear a lot of angles on B as well, if you come outside of hookah, you'll see this like box by the TP. And when you're doing this lineup, you want to make sure you prowler hookah first so it's all clear. Because otherwise, if you're doing this lineup, there's a chance that someone in here can just swing you and kill you while you're doing it. So just be wary of that. Make sure you clear hookah first. Especially so like your team are in hookah so they can entry while you chuck the eye. You don't want to just chuck the eye for no reason and get no value out of it. You want to make sure your duelists are able to get value off the eye so they know where they are. They can even get maybe a wallbang kill. They can know where to chuck their nade, maybe know where to path with their satchels and stuff, you know. So help your team out, do the eye when they're entering, and make sure hookah's clear so you don't die when doing this lineup. But anyway, you're gonna want to hug it like against this box and TP. You're gonna aim like in the middle of this grey area here. Then you're gonna chuck your eye when it gets around here by the wooden pole. So you just do like a run jump like so, and that's gonna land directly up here. And this eye clears lots of stuff. It clears all down here, back sight, it will scan under hookah, it can scan danger, and it's just a really, really good eye. It gets so much info, it's really, really good. But if you don't want to always stand back and you want to kind of jump out hookah with your team, what I'd say is just do like the normal lineup up here, just chuck it anywhere up here. It will scan here, back sight as well, and under hookah too. And if someone breaks it, you'll also get their information on where they are as well, which is really nice. And you can also like seize nade backside. You can seize nade danger as well. So make sure you're using your seize to like combo with raise nades and stuff, or just generally take info. Because like let's say you see someone here, like you're gonna see like the little like tether, the little strand, and that's really, really good for getting info. You know, your team are going to know they're there and you're going to be able to push them. And they also get a decay effect as well, so they're going to be a lower, and they're going to be deafened from it too. Anyways, moving on to defense, I'm going to start on A, and I'm going to show you the early lineup I like to do. So you're going to see this like a rock on the floor here. You're going to aim down, kind of go in the middle of it. Then you're going to want to put your crosshair like a bit underneath this ledge here. And from here, you're just going to do a jump throw. That's going to land directly up here, and it's going to scan anyone short here on the right, or anyone like deep back here as well. So really good eye. Normally I use it in solo queue when I want to get early info. Let's say my team aren't really talking much. I can do a lot of early eyes to get myself info. I can push up off it, I can rotate off it. So it's really, really nice to do eyes like that to give yourself info, and I mean your team as well. But in solo queue, sometimes it can be a bit annoying when your team aren't comming, they aren't giving info. So I tend to do these eyes a lot to not only help my team, but help myself as well. So I can manipulate rotations and rotate early, be able to stack a site I think they're gonna hit. If you want an eye to clear back here, maybe you want to take the orb. What I just do early, I normally throw this eye. Normally it's good for taking the orb, you can take the orb off it. And it's also good for catching the lurker. And if you hit no one, you can also like slowly shift walk up through the round. And then if they decide to re-hit A, you could probably backstab them as well, which is always nice. It's not something I do often, but it's always something to keep in mind of. Like if you have the space, you can play off it really, really well. So another eye I like to do is like when I'm playing backside. So instead of getting early info, I wait for their team to entry out on A, and then I'll chuck my eye like this when they walk out. And normally what you'll see is there's like a smoke here, and you can go in the smoke and just spam anyone who gets pings, like pinged. It's really, really nice. And like also from back here, you can seize nade with your team. When they tap the bomb, you can come over here, spam the plant if they're just smoked off here. Same with if you have bath control, like a nice seize nade here. You can even do the attack lineup I showed you, come over here, chuck your eye from here, and that will like scan anyone as well. So yeah, really nice impact you can kind of get out of Fade with keeping control and spamming, using your util to help your teammates and combo it. Another thing I like to do early is if you come up to this box, you can seize nade here early, chuck your seize like this. You kind of want to make sure the raise gets their nade deep, because if you're going to get seized here as the attacker, you're going to try jump back. So if you can get this seize around the corner, where they're literally like, because they can't go any further than this line around here, this circle, if they're seized. So if you get it around the corner where they're going to be trying to huddle because they're expecting the nade here, you're going to get like the freest kills ever, trust me. Moving on to B, for B I like to do this early hookah lineup. So what I'll do, I'll just hug against this wall here in hookah, and then I'll aim, you'll see my tether, it will be like against this little bit here, like on top of it. And then what I'll do, I'll hold my eye out and I'll just do a throw. And this eye just lands up here. It's a nice eye, scans anyone here. It doesn't full scan for long, so if they're hugging you up here, it won't ping them, or if they're far back here, but it will hit anyone who's like wide out here in long, which is really nice. Another eye you can do for early information is by B long, you can just chuck it down like this, I see. Normally if you can get a ping off it, but normally they'll just break it and then you have the info they're there. And also what I like to do off here, and I'll show you an example of how I've used this in the game before, is if B long's clear, not only can you take the orb, but you can also like fight boss with your teammate. Let's say my teammate's fighting down here, and you'll see in the example of what I'm going to show is what I mean. But like your teammate's fighting down here and you prowler through the TP. Like you can TP with it, the door's open, the prowler's going to latch onto whoever's like here or deep here, and you can just get a free kill, especially if they're like skydogging or something. Like it's really, really nice. And that's a nice trap play you can do. Same with the other TP over here. If you have some teammate playing in hookah, or maybe you are, then you know you and Raze can just seasonade through here, and you can get a lot of value out of that if your teammate's getting pushed. And that's like something really, really good. Generally it can be hard to communicate with teammates to like call these type of combos, but if you have like a duo who plays Raze or something, like you're gonna get so much value out of this if you learn how to play it really well. Just nade him because what he'll do, he'll dog, then he'll flash here.
Okay.
Then Jet will try dash at you. And Brim stims him as well. But I'll literally insta TP if they do it. Just scream at them if they do it. I'll fucking TP call him.
I'm gonna instant nade though if they try and do it then.
Yeah, that's good, that's good.
Doing it, they're gonna do it.
Alright, probably hang on.
Bring them down.
Killed two. Anyway, let's say I was playing B long and I got pushed back by the enemy team. A good lineup to re-clear B long if we don't think they're there anymore, or we just want general info if they've frozen, is if you come against this back wall here and you aim up at this second leaf here and you just do a jump through like so, that's going to be like a really nice lineup. It's going to land on top of here and just ping anyone down long. So you'll be able to re-clear and get info if they're freezing, if they've left, and it can, once again, it just gives you a good idea on where they're going to hit, where they're rotating to, and it can help you like stack a site. For retake eyes, one I like to do, let's say they flooded out on B and my team are fighting here, or just once elbow is ready to spam off my eye because they're smoked off, is what I like to do, I come over here from CT and I just do a run jump, and then I click E when I see the arrow go on top of the building and it lands up here. It's a nice eye to catch them when they're flooding. They're not going to be focused on breaking an eye, they're going to be focusing on entering, trying to fight. And whoever gets pinged off this is going to get spammed, whether they're your teammates like in here, spamming off here, in elbow, just spamming off all the pings over here. It's just a really, really nice eye I like to do. Another thing you can do when retaking is if your Raze still has an aid, you can seize back here against this wall. And if you seize it back against this wall, it's going to catch directly here and hit the planter on default. And a Raze nade, a nice Raze nade will just instantly kill this guy. Also when retaking and I have elbow control, let's say Prowler took elbow control, like you can just eye on top of here. Just a really nice simple eye. Like I said, a lot of these eyes are going to be simple, and if you ping anyone up here, you can spam them through the smoke once again. So that's really nice and something to keep in mind of. Then when retaking A, let's say I came over from B to A, what I like to do when running, I aim like by the side of this crane here, this like little metal bit here, so I'll just do a run through like so. And that's just going to land on top of the building. Like it's not very specific, but you're just going to hit any pings up here. And if you do get a ping, once again, like a teammate back here could spam off it. Or over here, you can see them rotating into short, maybe they're moving more into lamp, and it just gives your teammates a general idea of where they're playing. Also, if you have C's, like left for the retake, you can seize into lamps, you can kill anyone here, maybe even pocket. Or let's say you didn't do that way, you can just seize back here as usual. Yeah, there's just a bunch of like on the fly like eyes or seizes you can do. Like I said, there's not many specific lineups. Generally, you're just gonna want to use your eyes to take space to support teammates, to get mid-round info. To when you're on attack, you want to take the space. You want to get as much space as you can, whether that's by defaulting or just like using your U tool to aggressively take space, or get your U tool or get your teammates a kill off it. And on defense, you're going to be wanting to take space as well, but you're also going to want to re-clear space or make trap plays off the Prowler. Like I said, through the TP, you can do that Prowler TP play, which I gave an example of. And even when you're on attack and you're taking like short here, if I Prowler here and then my Raze goes and satchels in with the Prowler, like that's so much better. Not only would the Prowler lock on anyone who's here, but it might also like bite down on them and blind them. And like if your raise is going in with the prowler and they're trying to shoot the prowler and everything, then your raise swings off it. They know 1, where to aim, and like 2, it's just distracting for the enemy. Like your raise is more favored to win the fight by playing off your util than they are going in alone. So try practice that. I do that a lot with my duo. Like when we play ranked, I'll just chuck my prowlers and tell him like, you know, satchel off it, play off it. Like just really good communication, or like telling your teammates pre-round if you're not queued with them how to play off your util, or like if you want them to spam, make sure to like call when you're chucking your eyes or when they're gonna land. Like say get ready to spam, stuff like that. Make sure you're practicing these comms, because you know if you're not comming anything and you're just chucking your eye, it's just gonna be for yourself really. And like if you're chucking it from like I said, the retake ones, like your teammates aren't gonna be prepared to spam off it if you're not telling them like you're eyeing for them or get ready to spam, you know. You've got to let them know. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Just a quick reminder, if you want a specific map or agent, then feel free to comment it below in the comment section. And I'm also going to start streaming on Twitch soon, so make sure to check me out, twitch.tv/Lynx Unities. It will be in the description below as well as all of my socials. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope this video helped you. Thanks for watching.